Welcome, boys and girls, and welcome to In Conversation with Gustav, where I have interesting conversations with people that I find interesting and that will benefit you as well. And today we are joined by none other than Masa, who is our Leonor Greyl hair and scalp treatment specialist. She has got a vast amount of knowledge about scalp, hair loss, anything you would need or want to know, she can answer. And we're going to have a little chat for you about this. If you haven't had this treatment, I can highly recommend you have it, and I'll tell you my story as well. And no further ado, Masa, welcome to On the Pink Chair.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
You are very welcome.
Thank you.
So let's kick in straight from the beginning.
Yes.
Tell us a little about how did you get into Leonor Greyl and natural hair care and your story.
Yeah. Basically, I met Leonor Greyl. That was about 15 years ago. Yeah, 15 years ago or something. I had severe scalp burn from chemical burn from the hair color, and I've lost half of my hair, unfortunately. And after that, I was like dealing with other kind of brands, but then I started to recognize that it wasn't working for getting my hair growth. So I did a lot of research, and I met Leonor Greyl online.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I went to see Stephanie in Institute at the time, and from that point, I fell in love with the concept of natural ingredients and also herbs and vitamins and trace minerals and things inside. And I just thought, this is going to kick off in the UK. And Stephanie said to me, once I understand how to use the product, then I should get my hair back. So
Right.
I trusted that.
So how long ago was that been?
So it's been about 15 years ago.
15 years.
15 years ago or something, yeah.
Right.
It's been a quite long time, but the Leonor Greyl, it's been established since 1968.
Okay.
So it's been like over 50 years now.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I like about.
So tell us a little bit more about the product. Tell us about the treatment. What makes the treatment so special? For the people at home, I've been using, I don't actually know, Masa, how long have you been with us in the salon?
Just over a year.
Oh, really?
Since
Okay.
I started working with you.
Right.
But I was coming here before the pandemic.
Yes.
So, including now, probably I know you for about a couple of years, I guess.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And because when I started using Leonor Greyl, obviously that was before we had you, I've always liked the product. And Masa and I last year we've got this machine, if you've seen on our stories, you'll see the little machine that does like a hair and scalp analysis. And Masa did a scalp analysis of me, and I actually had medium density to low density through my crown, which for a gay boy, caused a little bit of a shallow panic. And but we've been doing the treatments every kind of like twice a month, something like that. And we actually did one quite recently, and my density is full back to where it should be. So I know that products do work, and I actually see them on my client. But tell us a little bit, run us a little bit through the treatment you do, because obviously the treatment's very, very special.
Yeah.
So run us through about that.
So it depends on the scalp condition. Obviously we tailor-made the treatments for the scalp and the hair separately. And treatments always start from the scalp and hair analysis, so that we know what is wrong with your scalp. And according to that, we normally mix match the hair masks.
Right.
And also.
So just to come back to the scalp analysis, so what do you actually look for? Because I know in my own scalp, like obviously, so I have issues that I don't rinse my product properly. So and obviously we get sensitivity around the ear for the people at home. And actually I find that since a lot of my clients do see you, I would say almost 9 out of 10 of them don't rinse their products out properly. And we can see that on the scalp, with inflammation and things like that. So what other things do you look for?
For obviously the follicles, build-ups, any build-ups, or also the dryness, oiliness,
Right.
because that's also a cause of hair loss. So that's what I normally detect and
Okay.
find for. Also allergies, itchiness and things like that.
Right.
And according to that, I choose the scalp oil differently.
And then, so how many scalp treatments do you do to prevent these things from happening, and why do you use them?
So there's 2 scalp oils. So one is Regenerescence Naturelle, which is the yellow bottle, and
For the people at home, I only know them by yellow or blue.
yeah, okay.
You'll see with Masa, when she started coming here, I know they say this is the name on the bottle, but I call it something else. You know,
You always did.
I've called them whatever I think the name says. But obviously, so I will call them the yellow
Yes.
and blue one.
So the yellow one.
The yellow one,
Yeah,
yes.
yellow one.
Which I used last night to my scalp.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that detoxes your scalp,
Okay.
and it's amazing thing is very good for psoriasis.
Okay.
Yeah, it breaks it down to the thick kind of skin, and
Right.
like dry skin, and also it's to cleanse the follicles
Right.
and remove the remove any dirt or any like build-ups from the bulbs.
Okay. Because with psoriasis, that's definitely in the hair world. When people have psoriasis, I don't think modern hairdressing really knows how to treat psoriasis. Yeah, and I think psoriasis is a so it's good to know that obviously
Yes.
with the yellow oil
Yeah.
you can treat it. And then would you just apply it directly onto the area that's the
Yeah, and it's also you can use it to stop the itchiness, because when you have psoriasis and tend to get really itchy,
right.
or it's very uncomfortable feeling on the scalp, so you apply the yellow oil and you rub it in, and it should stop the itchiness immediately actually. Because
okay.
all the herbs are quite strong,
Right.
so it works immediately, and it's 100% natural as well, so
Right.
it's very safe. Many people ask me about the 100% natural product. How do you know it's 100%? It's basically, I always say that we get sweat from our body, and we get oily skin, so that's similar kind of texture,
Right.
so it's kind of a dry-ish, not slimy oil.
Right. Yes.
So absorption is quite fast, and it works really well on even hair growth.
Okay.
That yellow oil helped my scalp and hair to grow back.
And then with the yellow oil, how often do you recommend somebody uses it?
I usually say twice a week start from, and then once you started seeing the difference, you can just reduce it. Because the best thing is that you listen to your body,
Right.
not to listen to the books
Right.
or instructions, because obviously we carry our body every day.